bomb. That's right, fellas, it's time for the 10th installment of me looking at your PTFS editions in the BTC Discord server and rated on a scale of 1 to 10. Some are unique, while others are very controversial, but with that in mind, I'm MrBullsFan, and let's get started with the first suggestion by Jamestown146, and he says he wants the Su-57 Russian stealth from Top Gun Maverick. Now, if we were to look at the PTFS military aircraft list, we only have just two planes from Russia, whether it's from the present or when they were the USSR. And let's be real, I'm not the first to say, but we need more planes. I don't care if it's commercial, I don't care if it's military, from the Eastern Hemisphere, whether it's Ukraine's Antonov 225 or the one we're looking at, the Su-57. Now, this aircraft, like said in the post, is a 5th generation fighter, which brings a new variable to the subject, and as many people want to do Top Gun roleplays these days, this gotta be a must. It's a banger start for me, so that will get a 10 out of 10 right here. Anyways, Adel wants Friday Harbor Airport in the game because of its unique design of having both seaplane and land aircraft capabilities. Now, the dual support for both land and water use planes is cool and all, and though I like it, I'm not really sure if many people will actually use it. Take for example Alnajeff. I mean, I know it's not the most perfect comparison, but it would be similar size, but I've never seen any person in a public server ever go to Alnajeff. But I think the dual use is kind of cool though, and the concept of having that water land kind of combination is kind of cool, and it would be awesome. So I'll say 7 out of 10 here. I think that's reasonable. But next up is from Darth, and his idea is adding the Orbis Flying Eye Hospital to the MD-11. The Orbis Flying Eye, in simplest terms, is a flying hospital, hence the name Flying Eye, but it uses a DC-10 to areas that need medical assistance with sight-related problems. Now that's cool and all, and I really like the concept, but we only have the MD-11, not the DC-10 in the game. But knowing there would be a cool interior and similarities with the two aircraft types between the DC-10 and MD-11, they're basically the same thing, but more technology-wise, I think it'll be that bad. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like this suggestion because it's something I don't really see often when I'm researching this video. So balance it with not fitting with the actual aircraft. I think it's still a solid score. Let's go ahead and roll with an 8 out of 10 here. I think that sounds pretty good. This next suggestion is also very unique, with Pick suggesting the Alice Aviation. Now his reasoning is there is no electric planes in the game, and it would be very cool. Now I do think electric planes would be a game changer, both in real life and in PTFS, but the issue relies in the Alice itself. It's just a prototype. Now if this was 2027 when they plan on releasing this, which by the way, if you're watching it by then, did the Bulls win another championship yet? Alright, moving on. But yeah, when we look at the aircraft list, not including ones that were supposed to fly or came from interterrestrial sources, they all have or had existed. No prototypes whatsoever, unless your name's Derek, who sits on the side of a bridge and ran about his own EAA custom plane. So though it's cool and makes me excited for the future of electric planes, this suggestion is out of battery. 3 out of 10 here. Alright. That pun wasn't pretty bad, but hopefully this suggestion won't. HYSP, mouthful, has said he would like to see the Cirrus Vision Jet. I gotta say, fellas, that the Vision Jet fits all the checkmarks on the uniqueness. No aircraft is similar to this one at all. That is its props to its solo engine in the back. The tail is also a big W as well in the category, along with the fuselage. And doesn't the Cirrus Jet have a parachute at the back of its plane? I mean, if so, count me in. The only thing I can see pulling down the SF-50's rating is it's being a general aviation planes, and not many people would be interested in, but who cares? I'm just gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Now this next suggestion, in my opinion, is very, very ambitious, as Toast said we should add Chicago O'Hare International Airport, or ORD, as PTFS's next biggest addition. Now I live near O'Hare, hence the name MrBullsFan, but I've flown in and out of ORDs countless times, whether it's on United or American or Spirit or any other airlines, and what I could say from personal experience is that it's massive. You got 4 terminals, 8 runways, the most runways in the world, and which is why it's not gonna be added. Too long, don't read. It's just too big, and I can only imagine how ATC and public server would feel, because that would be chaotic. But hey, I'm biased, and if it were added, it would still be very exciting for me. So it pains me to say, but I'll give a Toast a score of a 5 out of 10 here. Man, that hurts. Alright, let's go ahead and keep moving on with underscore. Okay, that was a mouthful, but this character wants a Boeing 3114 character. Why did I say character? Clipper as a miscellaneous aircraft. The 314 Clipper was a big killer whale, which operated like a seaplane. You know, before jets, this is how we would fly transatlantic and transpacific. Luxurious accommodations, and honestly, if you flew on that thing, Oh, you're rich as heck. What's not great about this suggestion though is how many people who use seaplanes. Just like Jeff, I haven't seen anyone use a seaplane in 4 months, and if you want someone to use this, I think this is honestly the way. In my opinion, it's the perfect revitalizing seaplanes for the genre. It's huge, it's unique, it's from the past, which everyone's overhyped up, so for that, it's a 9 out of 10 suggestion here. Now this next suggestion is actually one of the most highly suggested in the PTC Discord server, and gaining a lot more momentum with the addition of PTFS's newest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R. Ford. Mago Roland, I apologize if I said it wrong, says he would like catapults and hooks added to the USS for takeoffs and landings. Now, do I want it? Yeah. I mean, it would be a really cool addition to the game and make military roleplays absolutely insane. But will it be hard to add? Yeah, also yes. In fact, Orange says he would love to add it to the game, but it would be really tricky for him to develop. So, on that note, I'll go ahead and give it a 6 out of 10 because of the uncertain future of it. But hey, the devs have always surprised me in the past, so, we'll see. It doesn't mean I really don't like it, but it just means I'm trying to balance both feasibilities for the developers and my own liking. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and stay in the seas with Max, and he would like carrier uniforms and helmets. Now, assuming it'll be in the outfit picker, yeah, I think it'll be really cool for military roleplay. Like seriously, imagine the different colored uniforms they got too, the bright yellows and greens on the aircraft carrier while they're just shooting the planes into the sky. Woo! That would be a fun thing to use. To be honest, any expansion to the outfit picker would be crazy. It's kind of easy to add, so for that in mind, it's a 9 out of 10 here. Is Foxy says Pilot Training Flight Simulator has to add Kai Tak Airport. Now, like Paro in the last suggestion video, it's just a unique airport that nothing that PTFS can compare with, and with its unique approach as well. This time, planes have to swerve around downtown Hong Kong just to land, and not to mention the short runway. I mean, trust me, it's a difficult approach before it closed in 1997. Now, thinking that 747 can do that in PTFS, it would be, let's be real, entertaining for days. I mean, the community will welcome it, I will welcome it, and I think the devs too. It's just perfectos, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10 right here. Alright folks, get your goggles ready for the next one because this is gonna go down the rabbit hole. Donut Goose said he would like to add fake weapons so he and his friends can do airstrike roleplays with it. Let's go ahead and get to the positives first, and the main one I can think of is that people have been asking it for almost 2 years now, both in the PTC Discord server and in my comments and the PTC group wall. I mean, it's everywhere. And with a huge military plane catalog and we already have flares, it kind of makes sense, and why not? But the negatives, yeah, well, it just comes down to trolling and folks out there who just don't know how to act. I can already see folks being mindless, careless, and barbaric with this feature and just misuse it, so it just ruins the fun and experience for other players. It just happens, and that's how life works, and I can't go into specific details on how they'll do it because, yeah, YouTube monetized and I want to keep this video getting money, but y'all can figure out what I'm trying to say here. This is why Orange says he will never add it to Pilot Training Flight Simulator, and if he said it, I have to go with him too, so 2 out of 10 here. But on that note, I would love to elaborate on the whole PvP issue. I mean, let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to make a video on it, on the pros and the cons, if PTFS added player versus player. I mean, it would be a really good discussion, and I think I'll enjoy it. But anyways, yeah, we gotta go ahead and pick up the mood with Mr. Fox Tower asking for the Lockheed L1011. I know he's giving reasons like safety record and most advanced, but that's irrelevant because I want to see why the TriStar should be added. But what I do know is that the L1011's design is different from any other PTFS aircraft in the game, and I know I praise this every single time when we look at aircraft suggestions, but it's the truth. We could use more tri-jets because we only have one, and that's the MD-11. But the thing that separates the two is the engine that is connected to the tail. The MD-11 is a bit up the tail, while the L1011 is connected to the fuselage itself. And I'm also sorry for bias, but the L1011 is one of my top 5 aircraft of all time, and maybe I'll put a third, with the MD-90 and the FA-18 ahead of it. So we're gonna go ahead and give the L1011 TriStar a 10 out of 10. Last off, alright, but it's another meme suggestion. But for you, Lightning 22, I'm not gonna be kidding. I just didn't want to say this in the game. It looked goofy on my R6 avatar, but I gotta give this an 8 out of 10. Alright, that's gonna go off. But alright folks, that is basically it. We went through all of the today's suggestions that I picked out of the PTC Discord server. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing if you want regular PTFS content. And you know what? In the comments down below, leave your favorite suggestion from the episode and why. I would love to hear from you. But that's just it. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm MrBullsFan, and as always, take flight. See ya!